Hello everyone, this is Dr. K. In this video, we're going to talk about how to install WebCat on Eclipse. WebCat is an automated grading system that focuses on unit testing. Okay, I've got the instructions on the computer and I've printed out a copy of the instructions right here, so I'm just going to read along and see if this works. Okay, installing the WebCat plugin for Eclipse. Make sure you have installed Eclipse first. Obviously, I have because it's running on my machine right now. Start Eclipse if you don't already have it running. I do already have it running. We need to install an additional plugin to make some common tasks in this course easier. Open the Help menu and select Install New Software. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Help menu and I'm going to select Install New Software. Okay, and it says in the Work With field, place this address. Okay, so I'm going to go to my Word document, and that's the address that I need to place in the Work With field. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. Go over here and I'll paste it, and I get a couple things here, and it says to click the checkbox next to WebCat electronic assignments and then click next. So I'm not going to click that checkbox. Apparently I don't need that. I'm going to click next. And I'm going to look at that selection. I'm going to click next again. I'm going to accept the terms of the agreement and click finish. It's giving me a warning that the software is unsigned. I'm just going to ignore that warning. That's what the instructions say to do, so I'm going to ignore it. Okay, and then it says you will need to restart Eclipse for the changes to take effect. Would you like to restart now? And I'm going to say yes. Okay, so we've restarted Eclipse, and then once you've restarted Eclipse, you have to go and set where you want the projects to be submitted. So you have to go to Eclipse Preferences, and in Mac that's going to be in the Eclipse menu, Preferences. In Windows that's going to be under Window Preferences. All right, so there's WebCat assignments, and you can see I already have this here. In general, you're not going to already have that there, so I'm going to erase that from there. I'm going to go to my Word document, and I'm going to grab this URL, go back to Eclipse. And you know, generally this is going to be different for different institutions. So we are using the WebCat server at Virginia Tech. All right, WebCat was created by a professor at Virginia Tech, and that's where the main server is. And here you can see, it's kind of small, but you can probably see that the institution is Virginia Tech. But in fact, this means the server is Virginia Tech, and a lot of other institutions, not necessarily Virginia Tech, use the Virginia Tech server. Well, including the classes I teach at George Washington University and George Mason University. So in that case, institution would be GWU or GMU, for example. All right, I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and then I'll hit OK. And now that's it. Now we're ready to submit a project. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I have a person project open here. There's my person class. And then I've got a JUnit test for my person class. Okay, so I'm going to go up, highlight this person project, and then I'm going to hit this little icon I now have in Eclipse. It says Submit an Assignment for Grading. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And the project I want to submit is indeed person. And you can see that it gives me this list of courses that are available at Virginia Tech. These are the courses that use WebCat at Virginia Tech. Okay, so I'm going to submit this to CS 5704, which is a software engineering course, and this is the project person. All right, so I'm going to submit it to that, and I'm going to hit finish. And it's asking me for a username and password. I'm going to type in my username for Virginia Tech, which is Greg WK, and I'm going to type in my password, and I actually have that stored in my password manager. So I'm going to go copy that password. All right. So it should be copied now. Paste it. I'm going to click remember my password for the rest of this session and then hit OK. Now it's submitting it. It opens up a browser window. And it says assignment is queued for grading. Okay, so now all I have to do is wait. And there are my results. So I got 8.5 out of 10. Okay, that's not too bad. That's like a B. So if we want to go and look at, there's basically, by default, there's three portions to your score. There's results from running your tests. That means, did you pass all of the unit tests that you wrote? Okay, and since I got 100%, that means I did pass all of the unit tests that I wrote. All right, then there's code coverage from my tests, and since I only got 85% here, that means my code coverage was only 85%. Okay, I only covered 85% of the methods in my classes, in my person class. And then estimate of problem coverage, that means what percentage of the instructor's tests did you pass? And I passed 100% of the instructor's test, which is not surprising because I was the one who wrote the instructor's tests. Okay, so interpreting your correctness score, basically the score is the percentage of your tests that you pass, the percentage of code that you covered, and the percentage of the instructor's test that you passed, multiplied by the total points possible. And so I got 8.5 out of 10, which is 85%. Okay, and that's pretty much it. In another video, I will actually go over this person class and talk about how to write a unit test for the person class. And I'll tell you how to get to that 100% coverage also. That's it for this video. This is Dr. K signing off. I'll see you in the next video.